Good afternoon, friends. This is serious. The inflation rate for the United States has just jumped for the first time in a year. Many are now looking to President Biden to take action and pass legislation that would fix Social Security's biggest issues. Biden has already laid out what key changes he would like to enact. My dearest friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video, especially if you receive Social Security benefits. Also, I will be announcing the winners of yesterday's Walmart gift card giveaway, so please make sure that you do stay tuned. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, all you need to do is click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways.
Chairman of the Committee on Budget, which I have the honor of serving with him, Mr. Arrington, for 2 minutes.
The gentleman is recognized for 2 minutes.
I thank Mr. Valadeo, Mr. Speaker. I'm grateful to my appropriator colleagues for right-sizing the bureaucracy after this government grew 40% during COVID and reining in the spending, the wasteful and unnecessary spending. The taxpayers deserve fiduciaries that spend their money like it was our money. That's really the prevailing philosophy we should all embrace. And I, again, commend the appropriators for the painstaking efforts to rein this in. But I want to highlight, I support the bill, but I want to highlight in an amendment one of the most egregious and largest wasteful spending categories, and that's improper payments. The federal government wastefully and fraudulently spends taxpayer monies at an alarming rate. Last year, it was almost $300 billion. Actually, in 2021, last year, it was $245 billion. Mr. Speaker, that's money you could spend on a soldier or a sailor or on a safety net or on infrastructure. It is going nowhere. It is larger than the Department of Energy and Commerce. It's larger than the Department of Justice. It's a third of our defense spending. And the VA is not the only problem. It's pervasive. But at the VA, there's a long-term care category that has an improper payment rate of 47%. Think about that. Almost 50 cents on every dollar is wasted in this program. It's unconscionable, Mr. Speaker. And if you look across the board, the earned income tax credit, 30 cents on every dollar wasted, $18 billion. The Medicaid program wasted $80 billion last year. The child tax credit wasted $5 billion. The list goes on. If we're going to rein in spending, if we're going to save the country from a debt crisis, we got to get our fiscal house in order and focus on improper payments. It's not right. And I thank you for the indulgence.
The gentleman yields back.
In June, more than 49 million retired U.S. workers took home a Social Security check, although the average payout to these retirees totaled just $1,837. More than 20 years of annual surveys have shown that between 80% and 90% of retired workers lean on their Social Security income to cover their expenses. So considering how vital Social Security is to the financial well-being of our nation's seniors, sustaining the health of the program is of the utmost importance. Unfortunately, the foundation that supports America's top retirement program is deteriorating and at risk of crumbling without changes from Congress. With Social Security on shaky ground, Americans are looking to Capitol Hill for some solutions, and that generally starts with the President of the United States. The program generated 90% of its revenue in 2022 from the payroll tax on earned income and an additional 4% from the taxation of Social Security benefits. The issue is that Social Security's projected outlays are vastly outpacing estimated revenue collection over the long term. The trustees' report shows a $22.4 trillion funding obligation shortfall. According to the trustees' report, if the asset reserves of the Old Age and Survivors Insurance Trust Fund were to be exhausted. Sweeping benefit cuts of up to 23% may be needed as early as 2033 to avoid any additional benefit reductions over the long term. But during his campaign for presidency, then candidate Joe Biden released a plan designed to strengthen America's leading retirement program. The key point of Biden's Social Security plan is to reinstate the 12.4% payroll tax on earned income of high earners. Under Biden's proposal, the payroll tax would be reinstated on earned income above $400,000 a year, with a donut hole created between the maximum taxable earnings cap and $400,000, where earned income would remain exempt, since the maximum taxable earnings cap rises most years, in line with the national average wage index. This donut hole would be expected to close after numerous decades. Biden's plan would, in time, make all earned income applicable to the payroll tax. Joe Biden has additionally put forth a proposal to raise a special minimum benefit intended for individuals who have earned low wages throughout their lifetime. By 2023, a worker who falls into this category and has a work history spanning 30 years will reach the maximum monthly benefit of $1,033. This amount remains lower than the poverty threshold set at $1,215 per month for an individual filing taxes independently. Another change proposed by Biden is to gradually increase the primary insurance amount for older Americans receiving Social Security. The way it would work is the primary insurance amount would rise by 1% annually, beginning at age 78 and continuing through age 82. This aggregate 5% increase is designed to help aged beneficiaries somewhat offset higher expenses as they age, such as prescription medicines or medical transportation costs. Declines in U.S. annual inflation rates had been on a 12-month streak since hitting 9.1% last June, stepping down to 3% in the same month this year, before inching up to 3.2% in July. But most economists remain optimistic that overall price trends for consumer goods and services, coupled with other economic indicators, are showing positive signs of improvements for the United States economy. Following a decision at its June meeting to take a pause on a streak of rate hikes, the Fed's Open Market Committee voted unanimously to support the increase, which brought its intrabank overnight lending rate into the range of 5.25% to 5.5%, which is the highest it's been since 2001. The rate hike aims to raise the cost of debt for businesses and consumers, which should reduce the amount of spending and overall economic activity. Well, my beautiful and my most awesome friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this Saturday. Thank you, dear friends, for being part of this community and for joining me here daily. The two winners of yesterday's Walmart gift card giveaway is Patrick Tyson and Carolyn Farrington. Congratulations, my dearest friends! To claim your gift cards, please check your notifications page and send me a message, or you can message me on my Facebook page. Thank you, friends, and have a wonderful and very blessed weekend.